The February issue of the American Journal of Psychiatry really plays to many of the strengths of the journal. We see both interesting new clinically relevant findings, but also findings that combine clinical research with basic research. Might genetic variables be useful in predicting risk for major depressive disorder? Cleary and colleagues used prospective data from 2 distinct studies to ask this question. The authors use the Polygenic risk score for major depressive disorder, which is a measure of genetic risk. And they show that the combination of stress exposure and the lack of social support, when combined with genetic risk, does predict who faces the highest risk for major depressive disorder. Now, the magnitude of the associations were not sufficiently large that they're ready to guide clinical practice, but this is another important step in moving what we know about genetics into the realm of clinical utility. Ben-Zion and colleagues provide important new data relating trauma exposure, psychiatric symptoms associated with trauma exposure, and brain function. The findings in Ben-Zion and colleagues examine an association that was found in a prior study published in the American Journal of Psychiatry by Stevens and colleagues. And Ben-Zion and colleagues offer a bit of a caveat for us as readers in that the associations that were found in this new study are different than what were found in the earlier study by Stevens and colleagues. So this should tell readers that we need to watch the accumulation of findings from many studies. And until we're at the point where different studies find comparable findings, we won't be ready to use brain imaging to predict clinical outcomes after trauma.